innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses work together and continue to build the future. Our expertise, talented workforce, and collaborative environment are making a difference now and shaping the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio to put your plans in motion. That's michiganbusiness.org/radio.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, we're getting to that time of year where things are going to get busy in all the shopping centers and the malls, and parking is going to be a beating.
Yes. Chaos in the parking lots.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing of the year.
Is it the chaos in the parking lots?
I love people getting really pissed off about parking. I don't know why, but I find great humor in it.
Oh, you're going to love this thing, because there's a woman in a Home Depot parking lot, and she began yelling at a guy that she thought parked too close to her car. The guy tried to explain to her that she was the one who parked over the line, but still she went off on him.
I can't park in my car. My daughter has to get in. He won't move his car. Hold it. You parked it too close. You heard me. When you open that door, you hit my own car.
Is she okay?
No, she's fine. The car is parked too close to her car.
Do you see your tire? Let's get serious. You see the line that separates these? Now come over here. Come over here. Come on. This is just for fun. No, come here. Look. And then look at this. You need to stay within the lines.
So do you.
Look, I'm perfectly between the lines. Pero estás loca. Oh. En español, por favor.
Don't call women crazy. You're crazy.
I kind of think you're crazy. I'm looking at this video, dude.
Yeah.
She's parked sideways almost.
Yeah, dude.
She went in diagonal.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But at that point, when someone is going crazy and yelling and screaming, and then they don't want to see that they're the ones in the wrong, that they just got to keep going. They just keep going.
Now, these do look like pretty tight spots because he has a Jeep, and it looks like he's driving a Hummer. The way that his car is fitting into that. So they're super compact spots. But, he is, like he said, in the lines, and there's still plenty of room if she parked normal. That, I don't know why I'm getting all worked up about this, but it's starting to piss me off. This woman is loco.
You know what? And you like this time of year, buddy.
Yes.
You do.
I love that there's a guy in another car across from them that's just watching all of it. And that would have been me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see what happens.
Oh, yeah. You would have had the popcorn out.
Yes.
Yeah. We've got more. There's still more of this lady. She's not going to acquiesce at all. She's like, no way. I don't care what the video evidence shows. I don't care what you're saying about the lights. I am still not happy about you parking too close.
Look at you, old driving a car like that. You're not happy, man. You're an old fart. You're too old to be driving a car like that. It's too big for you.
I'm in disbelief.
Pecker? Yeah, I bet you are. Look and you drive like it.
This is something
you drive
original.
like it, you little tiny pecker.
This is
so you need that.
Wow.
That is your isn't it?
No.
You proud of your old but it's your car. It ain't you. Yeah, can't get it up. Viagra, my stupid. Now you're getting off fighting with a woman?
What?
You little pecker?
I'm not fighting at all.
Go on, man, because I'll take you down.
That's threatening, but it's not. I'm just
Block that correctly.
I'm just being entertained, frankly. I'm in disbelief.
That lady is on. That lady.
Like, she's so mad and he's so calm.
Yeah.
It's like this perfect balance.
Which is pissing her off even more.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's just like, I'm not really upset about this.
And he's the one.
Pecker!
He's the one recording this, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. Unless she's just oblivious.
Oh, I love this woman.
She's got to be knowing that he's recording her as well, which is just like, you're putting on a great show, lady. He's going to be a YouTube hit because of you.
I just don't get. So he's too old to be driving a Jeep?
Yeah, buddy.
Is there a certain age limit for a Jeep driver?
Oh, Steve, I thought you knew this. We didn't say anything, but we know you're compensating for a tiny.
Well, that's true. I mean, anyone who drives a Jeep has a small pecker.
Yeah, we Danny and Rev and I didn't want to say anything.
Oh no, don't worry. You guys can talk about it. I'm very open about this.
Yeah, Vicky says it all the time in the hall. She's like, "Oh, can you believe Steve and his Jeep? He's way too old for that."
But I'm too old. I knew that I had a little pecker, but now I'm too old for this Jeep.
Yeah, well, and apparently, according to her, Steve, the three things: you're too old, tiny pecker, and you can't get it up.
That's true.
Yeah, so, which Vicky, by the way, all she ever says. I mean, Danny, Rev, and myself, we're discreet about those things.
I see it in your eyes.
I try to keep it quiet.
Nice try, guys. I could see right through you.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I thought you knew about all these things that people knew.
What happened there?
I've never heard of that you're too old to drive a Jeep. I thought you could drive a Jeep at any age.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why that says that you're
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Too old to be driving that car.
The best part is about the video is I feel people have been parked way closer to me and I've still gotten in my car.
It's not hard.
It's not. She could get in there.
She had plenty of room to still be able to open the door and get in. And you're looking at the what looks like the daughter and also the mom. Both of them were not heavy set, so it wasn't like it was going to be a struggle to get in. There was still plenty of room.
Yeah, you're right. They were irritated, but Vicky told me something last week. She told us all something that in Spanish, or is it Spanish, or is it just in Mexican culture, the word idiot means a lot worse to us, to them than it does to us in other cultures. So what about crazy? Is crazy is bad? Because you say somebody's crazy here, I don't care about that.
Loco.
I feel like you call any woman crazy, it's going to just ignite that fury. And any culture, any language.
I feel like if you go back upon further review, when he called her crazy, it seemed like she turned it up a little bit. Like, who you call crazy? Next thing you know, he had a tiny pecker and he couldn't get it up. And I feel like the crazy line was really where, And Vicky has a point. Yeah, I guess you can't really call anybody of the female persuasion crazy.
One person said I had to respond to a call for a lady in a Range Rover that was blocked out of her driver's side of her vehicle. Once I got there, I asked her, couldn't you have climbed into the passenger seat? She said, I shouldn't have to. So I told her I'd gladly pick up the Toyota Tundra blocking and move it for her. LOL, psych.
Nice. Yeah, dude, parking is a fun thing.
Oh, man.
Parking's a fun thing.
I see people just always posting about that on Facebook. Like, I can't believe this car parked next to me. There's all these other spots. And they'll show a picture. I'm just like, well, that's...
Yeah, okay.
Who knows what happened beforehand?
Who knows what the size of their pecker?
That's
true.
Who knows
if they can get it up?
Yes.
Who knows how old they were? We have to all these things you don't know before you post that picture.
The pecker plays into this all the time.
Doesn't it, though? Isn't that really...
Plays.
Isn't that the Pecker Plays, which is a great name of a band that should be out there.
Speaking of parking, so the other day I parked outside of the gym and down here by Evolve Fitness, and my car battery died. So I was like, I'll come back later. We'll try and... But I realized I was parked in an illegal spot. But there was a car behind me, and then there was a spot. So I was like, well, if we push my car, I could start angling it and do this whole parallel parking thing. But the problem was the car right behind me was this nice Porsche. And all of my buddies and I were all just like, oh, do we want to take this chance?
Yeah.
This is going to suck. And now we're starting to stress. And just when we decide, you know what, we've got to make this happen. We got to take this chance. We're going to start pushing the car up a hill so we can start then backing it up into this spot.
Whoa.
The couple that had the Porsche just shows up and just pulls out. I was like, you couldn't ask for better timing to an awful situation.
Oh, this was this was actually a positive parking story.
No, as she drove off, she said I had a little pecker because I have a Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I wanted to share it.
There you go.
I was waiting for you to monster truck all over that with your Jeep.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
It would have sucked, but kind of fun.
Sorry about your Porsche.
So that was a woman driving the Porsche?
Yes.
Because they usually say if there's an older man driving a sports car like that, that's when they make the old pecker line.
Yes.
I never heard about the Jeep. So what do you say if an older woman's driving a Porsche? She has a tiny, or she has what's the comparison for that?
Little sphincter.
A little sphincter. Wow.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Yeah,
it's debatable, Vicky.
Yeah. I think...
depends if you want the brown belt.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Then I think it might be a good thing.
I think Vicky's on the right track here. Yeah. I think rather than little with women, you say big. Like, you know what I'm like, hot dog down the hallway kind of a thing? Oh, you're driving that Porsche because you got a hallway. That's your problem.
You could park that Porsche there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's the line.
There you go. The story had nothing to do with them being jerks, really.
Yeah.
You guys are just awful, evil human beings.
We're mad. Well, we're mad because you told us a parking story that didn't have somebody call somebody loco and Fanny Pecker. What kind of a story is that,
It was
Steve?
a terrible story.
Terrible story.
I just thought that it was great timing.
It's great timing, and she drove a Porsche, so we know what that says about her. Hallway.
Yeah, apparently you could park it there.
Yeah, that's what yeah. Hey, speaking of women, how about this one woman learned a valuable lesson when it comes to shoplifting? Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to wear something that stands out. Like a full body cow costume when you shoplift.
That's hot.
Steve will tell you what it's all about. Got the news for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well, he's no Pulitzer Prize winner. Hell, he can't even pronounce Pulitzer. This is News with Steve Miggs.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia of Puyallup for giving us news and sports. And it's a great day today. Happy National Slap Your Irritating Coworker Day.
Oh, really? Oh, thanks, buddy. Wow. Okay, fine. Yeah, you are.
It's going to do a big slap fight, all of us.
All right. I can do it.
What are you doing? Oh, there we go.
How about that,
You can just go with the real sound like I did.
Yeah. It's like I was there. Yeah, you did a good job. Yeah, really.
Right, well, anyways. Yeah. It's also National iPod Day. Who uses an iPod still?
I have one.
Yeah, I got one at home.
Yeah. I have like my little speaker thing still.
Color me corrected.
All right.
So I can put all my music on there.
You are corrected.
I thought everybody uses their phone now for their music listening.
Yeah, and I think they've stopped making iPods, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They stopped making it like 2 months after I bought mine. So that kind of regret.
You're always ahead of the curve.
Well, if you're still using it, don't regret
Yeah.
it. There you go.
Vicky, cutting edge.
Right.
Well, that means you can't shoplift an iPod, but one woman's in trouble for shoplifting. She's a 27-year-old woman by the name of Ashley. She's in Arkansas, and she got busted. She was stealing Flonase nasal spray from a Walmart.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know exactly why, but she got busted because she was very obvious in her shoplifting ways because she was wearing a full-body cow costume.
Yeah.
Complete with the pink udders on the stomach.
Good
which
job,
is pretty
lady.
awesome. They didn't say exactly why she was in the costume. I would imagine maybe she was going to a party. Maybe she wanted to clear out her sinuses because it was a Coke party. I don't
Could
know.
very well be, yeah.
I mean, I'm just jumping to conclusions. But anyways, the cops went to search her, and this is the best part. She responded to them by saying, "Hey, why don't you suck a pink cow udder?"
Oh, did she say
She
that?
legitimately said that.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure if she was trying to get them to do that in a fun way or if that was like an actual, like, hey, screw you kind of a thing. But
Yeah.
she was arrested for resisting arrest and also for shoplifting.
I use Flonase from time to time.
What do you use it for?
A suppository. What do I use it for? I put it in my nose so it doesn't get blocked. Our doctor sometimes tells you to do that if you got an issue. A breathing issue, I guess, like, bad air. When the last time
How much do they go for that? You got to shoplift them.
They're not cheap. I mean,
are they under $20?
I think so, but there's not a lot in there. So, eventually a couple of squirts, you're done.
We're still talking about Flonase, right?
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about this 9-year-old girl who is quite the entrepreneur. She's from Canada, and she tried to... she decided to take advantage of the new law there saying it's legal to sell weed at the pot shops.
Yeah.
So she set up shop outside of one of those pot stores, and she sold cookies and apparently made a killing while people were waiting in line on the opening day of people being able to buy weed at the stores. Now, she did it for the Girl Guilds, or the Girl Guide. I'm not sure if it's Guide or Guild, but Girl Guides. It's kind of like their Girl Scouts.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just call them Girl Scouts, man. It's a cool name.
Can't do it, man. We already got it. We're America. We got that term.
Well, they sell cookies as well, and she sold all 30 boxes of her cookies in under an hour, in about 45 minutes. She raised about $90 for the Girl Guides, and her dad saw it as a business opportunity for her daughter and an opportunity to teach her about Canada's new marijuana rules.
Yeah. Hey, I also read if you're from South Korea, they will arrest you even if you're in a country where it's allowed.
How about that?
That's not right. If you go to a place and do it where it's legal, why do you get arrested when you go back if you're not doing your own joint?
Then you can continue your war against China.
I am. I'm going to go against, even though it's South Korea.
Sorry.
I still, you know what? But I still will continue my war against China. You're right. It doesn't matter.
Somebody slap me.
Yeah, there we go.
I need to wake up.
Oh, that's not a slap. How about that?
There you go. Well, anyways, tonight's a big night, everybody. We could all become billionaires if we're lucky.
Oh, right.
The Mega Millions jackpot is up to $1.6 billion.
Yeah, Danny went and bought us one last week. Danny, you going to do it again?
Work.
Yeah, I'm going to go again.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, cool.
After the show today.
All right, Daddy. I'll kick in.
All right.
Yeah, I think we got to do this.
Yeah, we do, which is why Danny's doing it.
Good work, Danny.
Are you going to do your own and not tell anybody?
No, I'm too lazy.
Oh, okay, me too.
It depends. I'm not. If I'm going to the store for another reason, sure. That's how much I care about $1.6 billion. Apparently, but there's like a 1 in 302.6 million chance, 6 million chance for us to even win this damn thing.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Maybe we should do Powerball. The odds are probably a little bit better. It's just a measly $620 million.
Oh yeah, that's easier.
And that's tomorrow. They're going to be announcing that. We haven't had a Mega Millions jackpot winner since that group of coworkers from California won it back on July 24th, and nobody won the Powerball since August 11th. So, somebody's day could be pretty damn amazing by tonight. This is the week. 8 p.m. tonight. I think is when they announce the numbers.
Tonight's going to be a good night, buddy. For somebody.
Yeah, big night for you because you're going to be watching the World Series tonight. It's in Boston. The Red Sox are taking on the Dodgers at 5:09. You can watch that game on Fox. Vegas, the odds say the Red Sox have a slight they're slight favorites when it comes to this series.
I'm glad because I've seen some things where people say no, they have no chance, like they've said against the Astros and the Yankees. So I'm glad Vegas is on the right side of life.
And also Seahawks, they're going to be returning from their bye week against Detroit this upcoming weekend, and welcoming back a couple of guys that I imagine are going to be very welcomed back. KJ Wright and tight end Ed Dixon. Both are guys that are definitely needed.
Do we need those guys, really?
Just a tad.
Yeah.
As far as weather, 59 degrees and cloudy. And thanks to Albert Lee Appliance for giving us news and sports.
Yeah, I know Alexa makes picks. How close is Alexa that we can talk to her? Is she on?
Yep.
Yeah, because she has picks about the World Series.
She's always close to us.
Yeah, she's always very close to us. So we'll ask Alexa what she thinks. So she's the final word if you ask me. So, Alexa, who's going to win the World Series? That's what she says.
It's got to be the Red Hots. Pun very much intended. Boston's been on fire since the beginning of the season, and they just never really cooled off. No doubt the Dodgers are good, but as far as this pick goes, I think Fenway is the right way.
That's right, the Red Hots.
The Red Hots. Pun intended.
Isn't she cute, that Alexa?
Well, I'm sure you like that because she's favoring your team.
Oh, definitely. I you know what?
I don't know that one.
Oh, sorry. Well, you better know it, lady.
At what point were we even talking to her?
I said her name again.
Oh, yeah. Why are you saying Alexa's name?
Because it's how I do. And now you said it, so she's probably going to wait a little bit, try to figure out. But we keep talking, so she's not going to know.
That's good.
When the question's
over. Just keep talking.
Alexa, we're done talking to you.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's not sure if you're done talking to her.
That's very true.
She makes the rules
That's
here,
deep,
buddy.
Bro.
Very, very deep. We got some sad news, which happened last night on WWE's Monday Night Raw. I mean, that's, of course, I know you're a huge fan.
Yeah, dude, this was a tough one. It's always interesting with the WWE. Me and my wife and I were talking about it. You know, for the most part, they're doing a show. It's no different than watching your favorite television show. It's a scripted show. Obviously, there's things where people could potentially get injured during the scripted performance and things like that. But for the most part, this is a character-driven show. So it's always it's crazy when they have the opportunity to break that fourth wall from time to time, and they do when it's something serious. And last night was a tough one, man.
Yeah, and we've had this guy in studio, and just a class act. WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns came down to the ring to announce that he's battling leukemia. He's 33 years old, first diagnosed with this back 11 years ago when he was 22.
Which I never even knew about, and that's crazy that he's been battling it for that long.
Yeah, if you didn't know about it, I mean, I didn't know about it, but I don't follow wrestling as much as you. So a lot of people apparently didn't know then.
I'm sure some might have. I just, I never really have been the guy that goes too knee deep into people's personal lives when it comes to wrestling. I don't get too worked up about, or even any celebrity. I never really care about who they're dating or what's going on. But I mean, I feel like this would have been something that would have been brought up over time, but I don't remember ever being talked about.
Yeah, he did beat it back then, but it is back now. So because of that, he had to relinquish his title. Of course, he vowed to return, and here is Roman addressing the WWE Universe last night.
For months, maybe even a full year, I've come out here and spoke as Roman Reigns, and I said a lot of things. I said that I'd be here every single week. I said I'd be a fighting champion. I said I was going to be consistent, and I said I was going to be a workhorse, but that's all lies. It's a lie because the reality is my real name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for 11 years, and unfortunately it's back. And because the leukemia is back, I cannot fulfill my role. I can't be that fighting champion, and I'm going to have to relinquish the Universal Championship. And I'm not going to lie, I'll take every prayer you can send my way, but I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for you to feel bad for me because I have faith. But I want to make one thing clear. By no means is this a retirement speech. Because I will beat this and I will be back, so you will see me very, very soon.
Yeah, so many people look up to him. A lot of folks love this dude. So very, very tough news. And I'll send him my prayers. I mean, he's, like I said, we had him on. Just a great class act.
Yeah. And I know he's like a very polarizing character. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes I get annoyed by my own fellow wrestling fans. Like, I understand that he's a polarizing character. There's some people that just genuinely don't like him, or not him as a person, but don't like the character. But, you know, it's like that blurred line. I hate Roman Reigns, but I feel bad for what he's going through. And it's like, you know, can we just forget that that you have issues with his character and just wish the man well? I mean, he's battling something that could kill him, and yet people still need to have that moment of spewing their agenda against him. It's like, come on, man, just lay off of that part and just wish the man well. This sucks, and it takes a lot of courage to go in front of a crowd when, you know, the WWE crowd, you don't know what's going to happen when you start speaking in front of them. Sometimes they hijack the moment, the scene, and I mean, granted, people were pretty devastated, I think, by that news. You saw a lot of teary eyes. Even his fellow wrestlers, like Seth Rollins, was bawling, and he came out to show him support at the end of it. And a lot of the announcers were having a tough time with it. I haven't watched all of Raw. I only watched the first hour just to see that moment before I went to bed. But I think Paul Heyman also spoke very lovingly of him in his promo. So it's kind of a tough thing for these guys because they all have a lot of love for this guy. Apparently, he's the guy that kind of runs the show behind the scenes. He's like, everybody looks up to the dude. He's a guy that everyone really appreciates and respects.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I guess the extreme fans of anything, because I know in my world of geekness, I sometimes go, I cannot believe some of these extreme fans. Why do you got to be such a jerk?
Or then the other ones are just like, do you feel bad now for hating him? And it's like, well, I mean, on the flip side, it's like, if you don't like the character, that's one thing. It doesn't mean that you're an awful human being because you're not a fan of the character.
Yeah, you can hate Darth Vader, but you don't wish badly on James Earl Jones. It's like, I mean, you hope that guy's okay in life.
Sometimes I just wonder where people, do they have common sense? Is there a brain in their head?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, have we forgotten that there's a difference between a character and then the human being?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it can be real scary sometimes with these extreme fans. And you and I both know they don't represent all of them, but boy, geez, sometimes they have a big mouth, and you go, God, do we have to see this? Why do you have to look like you represent all of us?
You're right. I mean, a lot more often than not on social media, it's sometimes the crazier opinions are the ones that get noticed. Not someone with a level head might not ever say anything about the guy on social media, but is definitely thinking about him and hoping for the best. Because man, that's just. Oh, that's a tough one. 33 years old?
33, and I believe he's got a family, right?
He's got a couple. He has a set of twins and I think a daughter, if I remember correctly. He's a married guy and he does a lot of stuff for his family, does a lot of stuff for charities. And obviously, WWE, a lot of those superstars do things for great causes, both, that we know about and stuff that we don't even know about.
So that's where I want to send the prayers to, because it's tough on those little ones and tough on his spouse. It's just, all of it. So lots of prayers to a really good dude, Roman Reigns, or Joe, the guy Joe, actually. Yesterday, Steve got this one right.
What was the first name of President John F. Kennedy's wife?
Marilyn.
No.
Nice.
Hey.
Jackie.
Yes. Hey, good job, buddy. You know what's up. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Now more than ever, it's important for you and your family to enjoy the spaces you're in most often. Visit FergusonShowrooms.com to shop online or schedule a personalized consultation to meet with our experts at your local Ferguson Bath, Kitchen, and Lighting Gallery. Together we'll help you make the most of home and create a space you'll love to live in. Get started on your project and discover extraordinary products like the Pro Grand Range by Thermador.